Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you who are new, welcome, welcome. And for everyone else, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone is always welcome. So let's get right into your twin flame reading. If this reading finds you, then the messages are for you. Please remember that these readings are timeless. So whenever you tune into these messages, it means that they are for you. So we're going to start off with a channeled message from your twin flame. Let's see what messages they want you to know, and maybe some messages that they aren't able to tell you, but they want you to know. So let's get right into your reading. Please be advised that there are several imposter accounts that may be following you, that may be reaching out, DMing you, emailing you. Please know that those accounts aren't me. And the way you can check is to check their followers, because my account has 37,000 followers on my account. So when you click on their account and you see that there's not 37,000, that means they are an imposter account. Please do report them as a scam in order to protect our community and protect yourself. So stay safe out there. Okay, so we have judgment. We have self-reflection. We have the Four of Wands, reward. We have the Three of Swords, heartache. So these are the words that your twin flame is saying to you. During our time apart, during this time of silence, I have been going through a lot of self-reflection about what happened to us, because I can't seem to stop thinking about you. You're always on my mind. And so I question all the time why I feel this way and why I can't stop thinking about you, why I haven't really let go of you or our connection. And so all these questions come up, and it's making me realize how much you do mean to me. It's making me realize how much you were such a big impact on myself and on my life. After meeting you, everything changed for me. And even though some of those changes were scary and difficult, they were changes that I had to face, and they were changes that I had to make in my life. And so I do thank you for what you're helping me to see, because before you, I wasn't able to see them. This says self-reflection, and I see you as a mirror of me. You and I, despite our differences, are so very alike. It's Bestie the cat who's snoring. Let me get back to focusing. You are truly a mirror of me, because in you I see everything that I love, everything that I admire. And also within you I see things that trigger me, which only indicate that there are aspects of myself that I still have to learn how to love. You are the reward of this journey. And even though I felt that our meeting, our connection was something very challenging, and now I realize how very rewarding it was and still is in my life. because you have helped me see things that I couldn't see before, even when we don't speak, especially when we don't speak. I dream of you, and I have these visions of you, and your presence is always speaking to me somehow, giving me messages that are encouraging and that I know are coming from your heart because they're so full of love. You are the reward, and our connection, our union, is the ultimate reward of everything that you and I are going through. But I feel that this reward is getting closer. I can't help but feel that, because it's the only explanation that makes sense, that you and I are meant to be together, and that I feel this way because of that. And I feel this way because somehow, even though we may not be together in the physical, that we are truly always together, that we are always truly one. So I know that you may be feeling heartache. I know that what's happening between us is causing you heartache. I know that how you may perceive me causes you heartache, but that's not what I want. And so I'm hoping that in this time, in this silence, or in this perceived separation, that we can take this time to remember that love is the only thing that matters. And that in order to truly love one another the way we do, that you need to forgive me as I need to forgive you, as I need to forgive myself, as you need to forgive yourself. Because in reality, nothing can really keep us apart. What's keeping us apart is only our own limits. And so if we truly believe, when we truly believe that anything and everything is possible, I know that you and I can live our happily ever after. You and I will be the examples of what happily ever after can look like. And so even though it may feel challenging for you right now, please know that I have nothing but love in my heart. And if that is difficult for you to really remember, I will keep sending my love to you. I will keep hoping for the best, and I will do what I can on my end to get us closer to union, to get us closer to our happily ever after, because it is possible. And I feel this because of everything that I have felt along this journey. And I just want you to always remember that even if you can't see it, even if you can't hear it, that my love is always, always there for you. And that is your message. So that is so very beautiful. So let's continue on with where you are at on the journey. So I'm just going to set these here and we will continue on with where are you at on the journey. And so we will be going into an extended reading. So please click the link below for deeper insight and how to cope, how to deal with what's going on, with what's coming up in this reading. And some extra special messages there for you from your twin flame and from the universe. So where are you at on the journey? Can we please gain insight into where you are at on the twin flame journey? Where are you at on the twin flame journey? Oh, we have way too many, so we're just going to take these ones. Okay. We have the Queen of the Ocean, which is Queen of Wands, and it says abundance. We have the Death card. It says transformation. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which says potential. I love this energy because it almost is like similar to last week, or was it the week before, where there is a rising of the phoenix. So who you were when you first met has died away, and in the midst of that is rising who you truly are. But you had to go through that. You had to go through that death. You had to go through that separation in order to be reborn. So we constantly go through these deaths and rebirths because we are constantly re-emerging as our truest divine self. So what you experienced with your twin flame recently has caused you to kind of choose, am I going to be the way I was in the past, where maybe I was jealous, I was insecure, I was angry, I was resentful, I didn't have compassion or forgiveness? Do I choose that, or do I choose something else? So that's what has died away. And that is what continues to die away as you rise from the ashes of what crumbled in your connection. So there's debris, and amongst the debris are your old belief systems, are your old patterns of thinking, are all the ideas that you held on to of heartache and brokenness. This is heartache. So you're rising from that because that no longer serves you. You're no longer in this energy of defeat. You're no longer in this energy of being a victim. You are being reborn. Your twin flame connection is this catalyst that keeps causing these deaths and rebirths. And you are now emerging, re-emerging stronger than ever, better than ever, more badass than ever. And you're like, who, me? Yes, you. You are constantly re-emerging. You just don't give yourself credit for each and every time you get back up. When you get back up on that horse, every time you get knocked down, you get knocked down by comments or situations. You get knocked down by emotions. You get knocked down by obstacles and roadblocks and things that catch you off guard and take you by surprise. When you get the wind knocked out of you, you keep getting back up, and you are stronger than you ever were. You may not even notice the difference, but you have definitely transformed. And that's what this card is. It's about your transformation. Your twin flame connection has caused this. The situation has caused you to be reborn, because that was the only way that we could cope with what was happening, is we had to let go somehow of everything that wasn't working. And you're doing that. Again, it may not be consciously doing it, but you are doing it, because this is you, Queen of Wands, full of passion and courage and creativity and determination and motivation. That's where you are, regardless if you're male or female or otherwise. It's the energy that you embody. You have overcome so many trials in your life, and especially with your twin flame connection, because it's such a difficult and challenging journey, because you're basically faced with yourself. As much as we think it's our twin flame that's causing us grief, it's really ourselves. Our twin flame is a mirror of our relationship to ourself. And so you stepping into this queen energy, or you in this queen energy, it's an energy of empowerment. It's an energy of change, of confidence. So it's causing you to really be something different, and you are, again, without even noticing it. You look in the mirror and you think you look the same, but the way the world sees you is this powerful energy, because it's everything that you had to endure, not only in your twin flame connection, but in your life. So again, if you're hearing snoring, I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but it's Bestie the cat. Really sounds like a human snore. It's so cute. I love this energy. It says potential. You are magnetizing into your life not only your truest potential, but the potential of everything that you've ever wanted. So you're feeling like these emotions. You're feeling these emotions of anticipation, of excitement, like you feel like you're on the brink of something really exciting. And it's because you're getting a glimpse of what you're manifesting. You're seeing a glimpse of your manifestations coming to life. So whether that's your twin flame union, whether that's just feeling connected again, feeling so connected that any doubt that comes that pops into your mind, it doesn't last for long, because when you drop into your heart, you feel the connection. So it's like your heart is overriding your thoughts, your doubts, your false beliefs. The heart is causing you to see the potential of what you are manifesting, of what your truest heart's desire is, and it's bringing it in. The potential is in your vibration. And so as soon as you put energy to it, it comes to life. So if that is just feeling love and connection, the moment you focus on that, it starts growing. And the potential of it gets bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. So the more you're focusing on what you want, the more you're seeing it possible. And sometimes when we're not seeing it yet, we're feeling it first. So keep going with the feeling, because that is what will help you see it. It will help you see the possibility. It will help you pull in that potential and cause it to expand until it becomes your reality. So this is a very, very powerful energy that you're in. So it literally is whatever you want when it comes to your twin flame and your connection. You're literally creating. You're in this vibration of creation. So that also means if you're focusing on why you should feel angry at your twin flame, you're experiencing more things about your twin flame that make you angry. So let's rewind and not really bring that in, but I'm just giving you an example of, you could even feel how the energy shifted when I said those words. So you and I are actually co-creating. So as we are focusing on the beauty of the connection, when you're focusing on the depth of love that was never experienced before, when you focus on the feeling of finally finding a place to call home or to feel home, it just expands. So as I say the words and as you focus on the words, we're creating that vibration. So the more you focus on that, the more stronger that vibration becomes. So keep focusing on what you do want, because this is not only for your twin flame connection, these are for other areas of life. So say this is your twin flame connection. This is your health. This is your finances. This is family. This is work. Did I say finances already? And other endeavors, projects, new things in your life. Like all of these affect one another. And so when there is success in one area, it automatically lights up all the other areas. So what we're doing now is whatever area you choose, whether it's your twin flame connection, or it's finances, or new hobbies, or health, it all helps to light up all the other areas. And if we've been focusing too much on the twin flame connection, then it begins to take away from the other areas of life. So we must balance our focus. And wouldn't it be great if we could just every single day have equal amount of attention and focus placed on every area? It's kind of like having 7 children. We got to give love and attention equally to each child. So if we think of it that way, each area of life needs the same amount of focus and attention. When we're focused only on one child, what happens to the rest of the children? So we want to give equal attention and love so that all areas can light up. And it's amazing how, see, this being the twin flame connection, it does kind of connect to all other areas. Like they all just connect. Whichever way you want to see it, they all like connect. So yeah, you're discovering a lot more about yourself that you didn't realize before. And it's because being on this journey, it really is about self-reflection and awareness to what we didn't know before. Before this journey, I pretty much had no clue who I was. I thought I knew who I was, but I really didn't. And being on the twin flame journey just helped me slowly but surely realize who and what I am, what I'm capable of, what I like and what I dislike, what I prefer and what I don't prefer. Like it really is a journey of self-discovery, because I can see the twin flame connection as a reflection of me. I can see my twin flame as a reflection of me. Everything I see in them is within me, whether I see it in a good light or a not so good light. That is all within me. And I shared a post on Instagram today about that. So where you're at is really transformational. And I feel like it's been feeling heavy, but then there are days where you feel like, okay, I can breathe. I can actually do the things that I need to do, tasks at hand, life. I can do life. But when we're in this energy, it's because it's like the labor pains of rebirth. So when it felt heavy, when it felt painful, when it felt dark, that's almost like when a child is being brought into the world, it goes through darkness, then light. As the mother giving birth, there's physical pain, only to experience pure joy at the birth of new life. So this is really where you are. And it's a beautiful testament to renewal, to really what death is. And, you know, I attended my uncle's funeral on Monday. And so all of last week was very heavy, very difficult, because even though I didn't see my uncle a lot in these past years because of COVID, and he was in a nursing home, I always felt a deep connection to him. And so it was like I still feel the pain of the loss. But what I regained is the connection, that I will always feel connected to him, whether I see him in physical embodiment or not. And it's the same with your twin flame. whether it doesn't matter whether you see them or not, or touch them or hear them or not, you're still connected. And if anything, in separation is when we feel the strongest connection. So it is sad because you miss that perception of the person, just like how I miss my uncle. And my uncle was married to the aunt that just passed away in September. And it really is no surprise, as devastating of a loss that I feel and that my family feels. It's no surprise because my uncle and my aunt were soulmates. They were best friends. They were married for 62 years. He died looking at her picture frame, looking at her picture. He couldn't stand being apart from her. And so, in that sense, it's a relief that they're now reunited. And so, I just bring that up because of the death card. Sometimes in death is sadly when we realize everything great about the person, when really we could have been acknowledging everything great about them while they're still with us. And so it's the same thing with your twin flame. We can see everything great about them when they're not with us, but we can still celebrate how amazing they are even in separation. And so do we choose to do that, or do we choose to focus on how sad we feel that we're missing them? So with my uncle, it's so easy to feel sad and cry, but instead I will focus on the gift of who he was in my life. Just like your twin flame is a gift to your life. And so you could see them every day in celebration of who they are and what they brought to you. And that's what I hope that we all do, not only when we don't see the person, but also when we're together with the person. Okay, so let's carry on. Where is your twin flame at on the journey? Where's the twin flame at on the journey? Where's your twin flame at on the journey? Okay. Where's your twin flame at on the journey? Okay. So we have 3 major arcana, which means they're going through some major stuff. We have the Tower, and it says destruction. We have Justice, and it says balance. We have the Moon card, illusion. So just like you, they're leveling up, and they almost have no choice, because the way what they had, no, that's not what I want to say. What they were experiencing wasn't working. And so it's crumbling, if it hasn't crumbled already. Now, this could be anything. It could be any area of life. It could be a situation. It could be a relationship, a connection. It could be their own way of seeing things is crumbling. So in that sense, it's positive, because they're being awakened to seeing things in a different light. So wherever they couldn't see the truth, this crumbling is now causing them to see what the real truth is. And so I see the Tower card as something that kind of forces us to change, or at least it forces us to see things in a different way, which will cause us to change the way we do things, or to change a situation, or to change a circumstance. They're beginning to see the importance of why they need to do that. And so the universe is stepping in and helping them to create this balance. So the universe is stepping in and restoring that balance in their life. Sometimes if there's too much of something, right? Something has to give to bring the scale back. So if there's too much here, sometimes you have to take away from this in order to bring balance. So that kind of thing is going on in their lives. So let's just say, for example, there's too much sadness. Okay, we're going to take away some sadness and we're going to add some happiness to there. So that's a way of thinking of it. The universe is having intervention, because sometimes, and most times, we as humans are very stubborn. And it's not just the way we're programmed, it's the way we're built. We mirror nature. We're reflections of nature, and nature is pattern. So we are merely patterns and repetition of who we were. But the universe is helping us to break free from those patterns, helping us to see the pattern that, oh my gosh, this is happening again. Oh my gosh, what's happening with my twin flame is the same kind of feeling I felt when I was hurt regarding my connection with my mother, as an example. It brings up the same feelings of pain and hurt and sorrow. So the universe is like, okay, well, we're going to help you release those feelings, come to terms with those memories to allow for you to experience more joy. It's like Lady Justice. I feel like this energy is also what's going on in the world. That even during times of chaos, when things seem bleak in the world, there's always this shift of balance that comes into play when things get too chaotic. Lady Justice comes in and balances the scales. And even if we don't see it reflected in the reality, doesn't mean that it's not happening energetically. And sometimes we don't see that because of the way media sheds light on things. They only shed light on certain things. And what we need is to shed light on actual progress and evolution and peace that is actually happening. So your twin flame is going through these dramatic shifts because things are rebalancing for them. And this could even be with health, with their finances, with their career choice, with their relationships at home, with their relationship to money, with their relationship to themselves. So, because whatever that was hidden is being brought to the surface. So, if what was hidden to them was they couldn't see how much they were actually loved, maybe growing up, because for me, that was completely hidden from me. The fact that I was loved by people, by my parents, by step parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, siblings, children, cousins, aunts, uncles, I could not see that I was actually loved, because as a teenager, I felt completely unloved. So that was hidden from me. I couldn't see it. And what had happened is everything had to crumble in order for me to see that I was loved. I had to experience loss to see eventually that I was loved this whole time. So your twin flame is experiencing the same thing. They never really thought or felt that they were loved by you, because they never thought they were loved before, maybe by a parent or by their previous partners. They never really recognized that they were truly loved, adored, admired, treasured, cherished. They didn't recognize that before, but now they're recognizing it, and they're seeing that they've been loved all along by you. They couldn't see it before. So this is incredible energy that is helping them to transform as much as you're transforming. So you are truly mirrors, because what's happening to you is also happening to them. You may just be like going through it a bit ahead of them because you're already in this queen energy, whereas they may still be experiencing the crumbling of things, the crumbling of a situation, the crumbling of the way they were living their lives. So it's never a bad thing. The Tower card and the Death card look scary, but it's almost like they're the best cards, because what follows that is renewal, rebirth, time to rejoice, time for reunion. So they may be experiencing some things that really are taking up a lot of their focus, which could be why they're not able to communicate with you. They're not able to tell you everything they're feeling, because they're still going through it. They're still picking up the pieces. They're still trying to find their way. They're still trying to regain their footing in order to take the next step to rebuilding themselves or their lives or new situations. So it's very, very positive in the sense that they're not just sitting back doing nothing. They're actually experiencing what they need to experience in order to awaken to the truth, awaken to love, and awaken to the truth of how much you truly love them. And they're going to be faced with wanting to choose that. So they're being very closely guided. So not to worry or feel like concerned. The best thing that you can do is really focus on, like, just stay in your lane, focus on the direction you're heading, because the more you focus on where you're going, it'll help to redirect them, to help them focus on what they want, which will then lead to where they want to go and what direction to follow. So you staying in your lane is the best thing that you can do for them right now. It's the best thing you can do for both of you. So this is amazing. You can still love them even at a distance. You can still love them even without having to rescue them. Because it's not our job to rescue them. It's not their job to rescue us. In the truest sense, we don't really need to be rescued. We just have to change our thoughts and know that we aren't victims to circumstance. We aren't victims in life. We are creators. So when we keep creating for us, then they're able to be in a space where they can create for themselves. And sometimes, most times, that is what separation is for. So we can rebuild, so that we can be rebirthed. Because the old ways weren't working in your connection. They know that, and you know that now. You're discovering that it wasn't working the way things were between the two of you. As much as you wanted to be together, as much as you love one another, it wasn't working. Because when there isn't a strong foundation, which is the Four of Wands, what happens is that it crumbles. So it really is important to remember that things fell apart not because it wasn't meant to be, but because the connection was built on a weak foundation. And strong foundations are built with integrity and truth and honesty and acceptance and all those other great things. So your love is the inspiration that keeps them going. That is beautiful. What's the what is blocking your connection? Or yeah, what's coming up in the shadow aspect? So shadow aspect just means what's in the shadow, what's in the dark, what can't we see that's happening, that when we have insight to, we could be like, oh, okay, we can do something about it. We have the Star card. It says hope. You have the Ace of Wands, growth. We have the Page of Cups, imagination. So what's coming up in the shadow aspect is I don't mean to laugh because it's almost like the universe is like I was trying to tune into what this energy is, and it says hope. So the universe is saying, what? It's so obvious what the message here is that we live in a world where often we've lost hope. We've lost hope in our future. We've lost hope in a better world. We've lost hope in better world leaders. We've lost hope in true love. We've lost hope in wishes coming true. We've lost hope for ourselves in life. So you've lost hope in your connection. You're giving up hope. When we can't see what the possibilities are, it causes us to believe that it isn't possible. But what the Star card is saying is that We are meant to always strive for more. You see how she's reaching for more? That even when someone has lost hope, our natural tendency is to strive to keep going. For example, you see those images of like a little plant growth, a sprout that's growing through cement. How does that even happen? It happens because it's the nature of life. That life is meant to keep going, to keep growing, that no matter what, no matter what the circumstances are, there's still growth. So why we lose hope is because we don't see the growth. And the growth isn't always as tangible or as visible as a plant that you could see sprouting. A lot of this growth happens within us. And then because it happens within us, we tend to not acknowledge it or celebrate it. We're celebrated for outside accomplishments, for things that people can see, for action that's taken, but we're never celebrated for the growth that has happened. So what's in the shadow aspect is we're going against nature when we give up hope. When we lose hope for anything, it's like we're actually going against the force of nature, because the force of nature is growth, is expansion. That even in death, there is still expansion and evolution and growth in consciousness, whether we're in this 3D earth plane or not. Evolution and expansion of consciousness still happens even after we leave our bodies. But because we can't see it, we're just like, I guess it doesn't exist because we can't see it. So this is really about like knowing that to lose hope is to go against the very nature of life, because life is about growth and expansion. So when things aren't happening, it's because we've lost hope and we're going against the laws of nature. And so we don't want to do that. We don't want to lose hope in anything, because then we're just pushing against the law of nature. We're pushing against growth and expansion and possibility. In this 3D reality, we're beginning to expand on what is actually possible. Say, for example, space travel. We didn't know this was possible like 20 years ago the way it's possible now. We didn't know that, you can run a business just from a little thing that can fit in your pocket, which is your phone. You can literally have a business and just only use your phone. We didn't know that was even possible. So if we give up hope, we're stopping the flow of possibility. When you give up hope on your twin flame and the possibility of true love and happily ever after, you're not even allowing a possibility for it to happen. Yeah, growth. The universe is like, how can love grow if you don't tend to it? Like, I feel so bad because I'm looking at a plant now that I've totally abandoned and forgotten to water. And so most of it has dried up, the leaves, and I hope I didn't, kill the plant, but I neglected it. So how can your love grow when you're neglecting the seeds that you planted? Even if you're planting the seeds on your own, they still need to be tended to. They still need positivity, just like when we they say when you talk to your plants, they thrive and they're healthy. Just like those seeds of love, of possibility, you need to tend to them. You need to nurture them so that they can grow, so that your love and your connection and possibility grows. So the universe is saying what's hidden is that we're forgetting to water that plant, which literally is a reminder of me to water that plant. Page of Cups, it says imagination. So imagination, I'm getting like visualizing your union, imagining what it would be like, what it would look like, what it would feel like, what it would taste like. What's being hidden is the fact that when we don't do that, we're not creating anything. It's like we're not planting seeds, we're not giving possibility, we're not opening to possibility. So the universe is saying whatever is in your imagination is what you're creating. So if you see your life a certain way, like unfolding, that's what you're creating. If you're picturing your life, your future, or even your current reality without your twin flame, that's literally what you're creating, like every day. So the universe is saying use your imagination because it's a tool that you're not using enough. You may be using it sometimes when you think of it, maybe when you say affirmations, but the universe is saying it's a tool that is not being used because it's a very powerful tool because of the energies that are surrounding you right now of this rebirth. It's like the beginning of creation. What would you like to create in your world? That's literally the potential of what the energy is surrounding us. It's like, what do we want to create? And if we don't visualize, if we don't speak what we want to create, what we create is out of default, out of pattern, out of what's happened to us in the past. And that's why it just keeps repeating, because we're not utilizing the tool of seeing possibility, of nurturing the growth of that possibility. So the universe is saying it's really time to focus on the fact that you're creating right now. You're creating as we speak. So staying in the vibration of possibility and creation gives you even more power because you're aware of it. You're aware of what's happening here. You're aware that whatever you're focused on, you are creating in your life. So what we're seeing here is that anything and everything is possible. That's why we have the world the way it is now, is because we see what is there and we keep agreeing to it. But if we want to create something different, it starts by creating it within ourselves and having the belief that it's coming true. So once you take on that you are a powerful creator, you will be able to see in your life the things that you created out of default. You will be able to see what you created out of intention, whether that was meeting your twin flame, finding that job, starting that business, or having that career, or achieving that financial goal, or going on a vacation, or buying that house, that car, whatever you wanted to purchase. You had the thought and you focused on it until it came into your reality. those things, whether they were difficult or easy to manifest, you visualized it, you saw it happening in your mind. And what always comes to mind is a classic that, you know, the movie The Secret, when the little boy wanted a bike and he cut out a picture and focused on it, and then eventually he made it happen. When I was a kid, I wanted the board game Monopoly one Christmas, and I got 4 Monopolies. That's how much I wanted it. I got 4. So what you're asking for, keep focusing on it, and less focus or zero focus on what we don't want. Okay. So let us see what is the guidance for you. What is the guidance for you? What's the guidance for you and your twin flame? Oh my goodness. It's already an hour. So thank you for pressing pause numerous times. The guidance for you, we have Page of Pentacles, opportunity. We have the Magician, it says manifestation. We have the King of Swords, ambition. So what is coming up for you is success. A seed was planted in you a long time ago. This may have even been in childhood where you had some idea. And for example, maybe you wanted to be an astronaut. All of a sudden now there's possibility for space travel. It's going to cost a lot, but it is now possible. So it's like there is a seed that was planted, and it's an ambition that you had. That ambition is reawakening you, and it's like, it's almost like a call of duty that somehow is going to, it's like you're calling. This could even be like to go to the next level on your hero's journey. You're being called to action. King of Swords. You're being called to speak your truth. So maybe that is what you're called to do, is to speak your truth, because the universe is supporting you. The universe is providing this opportunity to speak your truth, to answer the call. Sometimes we don't answer right away. Sometimes we never answer the call. But I'm seeing now with the Magician card is that it's going to help you transform, create, manifest all of your wildest dreams. So this, I don't know why I keep hearing Call of Duty. Isn't that like a video game? But it's like the universe is giving you this call to maybe it's a call to like create more magic, or to be the magician, to know that within you, you have the power to create magic, to create miracles, to create whatever you would like. So speaking your truth, standing up for truth, somehow combining that into a calling, an opportunity. So I feel like this is something that you're meant to work on while your twin flame is figuring stuff out. Your twin flame, I want to say this is happening for both of you, which will again help you both to align to union. So this, I feel like the universe is like giving you like a checklist. Okay. Call of duty, whatever that may mean to you. Speak your truth. See this time as opportunity. See the opportunities that are presenting themselves and choose the ones that resonate with you, that speak to you. Maybe this is to stand up for a cause, or to somehow make some changes so that truth can be revealed. So the universe is like saying, work your magic and manifest it, because what you're being called to do is needed by the universe. So this opportunity, maybe that you are creating for yourself or is presenting itself to you, the universe is like saying, answer the call, pick up the phone, because not only will it be magical for you, but it is what the world needs right now. And that's why you're being called to duty. That's why you're being called to speak your truth, or to share your truth, or to share universal truths. Maybe this is part of an ambition of yours that you've had that's being reawakened. Ambition is being reawakened, and when you follow it with passion. And so you are being awakened to this passion. Queen of Wands. Maybe even creativity. So that is amazing. So that is the guidance for you. So let's get some insight into what's coming up for both of you. And once we go into the extended, we'll get some more specifics. We'll get more messages for you. We'll get maybe some how-tos on what to do because of this situation. What is coming up for you and your twin flame, which we will go into in depth in the extended reading. 3 of Pentacles, recognition. Oh, I love that. Knight of Wands, activity. 8 of Wands, travel. So what I see coming up for your connection is the recognition of, like, oh my God, you're my true love. Oh my God, you're my twin flame. Oh my God, I see you for everything you are, and I love you for that even more. The recognition of, I want this connection. The recognition of, I deserve love. So this is for both of you. The recognition of the truth, because the truth shall set you free. Knight of Wands. You are being shown the way. And I want to say that there is going to be activity happening in your connection, even if it's very subtle. But see, like, this is the universe. And this is the universe speaking to you or your twin flame. This could be you or your twin flame. So the universe is in communication with you on, you know, like, about your connection, causing activity to happen. So this could very well be forward movement. This could be communication. This could be them reaching out to you, giving you a message, writing to you, reaching out to you in some way. So I want to say there's going to be activity. And it's very positive because it's coming from the universe. It's being orchestrated by the universe. And Eight of Wands is like fast moving energy. So it could happen very quickly, or when it happens, things could develop very quickly. Travel, you could be required to travel. You could plan to meet at a different location and have to travel to get there. So I feel like this is energy that definitely supports union. So it's like the energy is there. It's just a matter of, are we going to step into that energy? Are we going to take the opportunity of what this energy is supporting, and are we going to listen to the guidance? Are we going to listen to the call? Are we going to answer the phone? So I really see this as the beginnings of building something much stronger in your connection. And so this is amazing. The universe is guiding you step by step, giving you signs, sending you helpers along the way. They could be angels in disguise that are helping to bring you and your twin flame closer, to help you communicate, to help your connection along. The universe is totally supporting you in every way. So it's there. So it's all a matter of still believing, not giving up hope, taking the opportunity, nurturing the seeds that you're planting, because it's all for reason. It's because the universe is supporting growth and expansion of whatever you're creating. So keep creating the possibility of union. Keep living as if you are in union right now. And as we go into the extended reading, we will look into how to actually do that, how to actually step into that vibration, and what can we do specifically to keep creating union and keep in alignment. So I'm excited to see what else is in store for you. Please do click on the link below for the extended. And if I don't see you there, I want to thank you so very, very much for joining me here today and for being a very integral part of the twin flame journey, because each and every one of you are a very important piece of the puzzle. You're very important in your growth and learning, contributes to everyone else's puzzle pieces coming together. And so as you continue on the journey, you are helping the entire planet. So I want to thank you so very much for everything that you do and everything that you are. I appreciate you so very much. And my message is always that you are so very loved. Always, always, and forevermore, you are so very loved. So in saying that, I will see you over the extended, or feel free to go right directly messaging me through email or DM to book your personal twin flame reading. So again, I want to thank you so very much. And until next time, I'm wishing you all so much love and peace.